Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunda Bihari.
What is our relationship with God? As I have already explained, that the 6 opulences are there in God in full. And the same 6 opulences are in me, but in particle. Just like the ocean, water, it contains tons, millions of tons salt. Ocean water, salt. You take a drop of ocean water, you analyze, you will find a grain of salt also. The salt is there also. Similarly, as it is stated in the BhagavadGita, what is our relationship? Relationship is mamai vangs jiva bhuta jiva loke sanatana manas sasthani indriyani prakritisthani karsat. Krishna says that all the living entities, they are my part and parcel. But manas sasthani indriyani, due to their contaminated mind, they are struggling hard in this material nature. We are struggling very hard as part and parcel, just like this hand is part and parcel of my body. So what is the real function of the hand? It must always remain attached with this body. Then it is in healthy condition. If the hand is cut off from this body, you may call that it is Swamiji's hand, you may call it, but it has no use. So long this hand is attached with my body, if there is some pain, I can spend thousands of dollars to relieve that pain. The same hand, when it is cut off from the body, if you trample with your legs my hand, I don't care for it. Similarly, we living entities, we are also part and parcel of God. But because we have separated ourselves, our relationship with God, therefore we are being trampled down by the materialistic laws. The material laws always pinching so many miseries. But we have become so full that we do not realize that this is a platform where simply miseries are being experienced. That is called Maya. We are always in miseries. But if I ask you or you ask me, how are you? I will say, it is very nice. What is very nice? We are sitting here, the heat is so extensive, everyone is feeling inconvenience. But if you ask me, Swamiji, how are you? I will say, it is very nice. This is called Maya. We are always under some tribulation. Always. Either now it is very hot, it is warm, and after a few months it will be too cold. So either you are in cold or you are in heat. So these are miseries. If not heat and cold, it is all right, atmosphere, or there is something mental misery, or if there is no mental misery, or there is some bodily misery. If there is no mental misery, bodily misery, or natural misery, then somebody must, at least there is mosquito misery, the bug misery. So if you analyze your life, it is full of miseries, full of miseries. Therefore, we are part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, But because we have separated ourselves from God, because we are speaking of God, very few people are interested. This Swamiji is speaking of God. God is dead. This is nonsense. You are living, everyone is living, simply God has died. This philosophy is going on. Therefore, Bhagavad Dharma, one has to study from the very beginning of life. Otherwise, we shall learn this philosophy that God is dead. So, Prahlad Maharaj says, Kaumaro acharit prantya dharman bhagavatan. This occupation of dealings with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Bhagavan, should be learnt from the very beginning of life. Just like one of our students' son, Eric, he is always with his father and he is learning Bhagavad Dharma. He is also bowing down, seeing his father and other god brothers of his father. So he is learning. We also learnt in that way in our childhood. So from the very childhood, one should be taught what is Bhagavad Dharma. Otherwise, there will be unwanted population and the world will become a hell, just like at the present moment we practically experience. Everywhere there is discontentment, there is scarcity. Just like from India, we thought that when I go to America and other Western countries, I see that every man is very rich man and every man has got a very nice apartment and enjoying life. But actually, when I come here, I see there are many poor men, there are many miserable men here also. Only the proportionate is different, but the actual fact is the same, either in India or in America or in Canada or in everywhere. The same thing, proportion different. Therefore, if we want, Prahlad Maharaj says that Kaumarang acharit pragya dharman bhagavatani dullabang manusang janma tadapi adhruvam arthadam. This Prahlad Maharaj learned this Bhagavad Dharma from Narad Muni, from the womb of his mother. When he was living within the womb of his mother like this, perhaps you have seen the child in the womb, at least you have seen in the photograph. So he was lying there within the womb of his mother, and Narad Muni instructed his mother about this Bhagavad Dharma, and the child, this Bhagavad Dharma is therefore without any impediment. Just like one child, 4 years old, he is associating with us. So he is also getting the same benefit as his father. It is so nice thing. It is not that because he is child, he is not getting any benefit. Simply by associating with the devotees, he is getting so much profit, incalculable. Incalculable. So Bhagavad Dharma, Prahlad Maharaj says, Kaumarang achare. If not a very small child, but as soon as one is 4 or 5 years old, Kaumara means from 5 years to 15 years. That is, that period of life is called Kaumara. So one should learn this Bhagavad Dharma from the beginning. Just like we send boys, children to schools for training. Similarly, these children should be sent for learning Bhagavatam. Unfortunately, Nobody is interested. Prahlad Maharaj also was in difficulty. Even his father was against him because he was teaching this Bhagavad Dharma, and the teachers were complaining to his father, Sir, your son, we do not know how he has learned this Bhagavad Dharma. He is simply teaching. As soon as he gets some opportunity, he makes this agitation of God consciousness or Krishna consciousness to other children. So, what to do with your child? The father asked, where you have learned this? Tell me. Those topics will come later on. Now here, Prahlad Maharaj, as soon as he saw some opportunity that the teacher is out of the class, he would call all the boys and, my dear friends, this Bhagavad Dharma, this understanding, God consciousness or Krishna consciousness should be learned from the very beginning of life. Why? Let us play. Why Bhagavad Dharma now? All right, if there is Krishna consciousness movement, when we shall get older or when the time of death will be nearing, we can study at that time Bhagavad Dharma. But Prahlad Maharaj says, no, Kaumara. Why Kaumaran? Dullabhang manusanga janma. You are calculating that when you will get old, at that time you shall try to understand what is Krishna consciousness. But what is the guarantee that you are not already old enough? Who can say, the next moment I can die? Old age means nearing death. But there is no such guarantee that one shall die at 80 years old or 100 years old. Death can take place at any moment. Therefore, a sane man will understand that we are always old enough, because there is no guarantee. Durlava. And this manusang janma, this human form of life, is called durlava. Durlava means very rarely obtained. After many, many evolutionary process. Either you take the anthropologist theory, how human body has developed, or you take from Vedic literature, but the difference is that the anthropologists, they say there is no soul, the organic matter is developing in different ways, but Vedic literature says it is not the organic matter, but it is the soul. The soul is a person, is individual, and he is transforming different types of body from one body to another, transmigrating. This we have explained several times. Just we are experiencing this child who is playing, he has got a small body. Similarly, when he will get a body like his father, he has to change so many bodies. So the bodies will change, but the soul will remain the same. And now at this childhood, or in the womb of his mother, or when the body is just like his father, or when the body is just like his grandfather, the same soul will continue. So therefore, soul is permanent and the body is changing. This is explained in the BhagavadGita. Antavat ime deha nitta sokta saririna. This body is temporary. Temporary. Either this childhood body or boyhood body or youthhood body or mature body or old body, they are all temporary. Every moment, every second we are changing. But the soul within the body, that is permanent. So, this body, Prahlad Maharaj says, Dullabhang manusang janma. Now, after many, many births, that we perhaps we do not know, there are 9 million types of aquatic animals. So we had to pass through all these 9 millions. Jalajan Avalakkhani Sthavara Lakkavinshati and Lakkavinshati 200,000. I am sorry, not 9 million, 900,000. And then 2 million as species of plant life, vegetable life. We have to pass through. Jalajanava Khani Sthavara Lakkavinshati Krimayurudra Sankhak. And 1100,000 of species of worms and reptiles. Sthavara Lakkavinshati Krimayurudra Pakshinam Dasalakkakam. And there are 10,000 of species of the birds. So similarly, there are 3 million types of four-legged animals. And the human species of life are only 400,000 species or types, as you say. In this way, the total is 8,400,000 of types of body, and we had to pass through by transmigration from one body to another. Now we have got this civilized form of body. Prahlad Maharaj says that it is very rare opportunity. We should not misuse this body just like other animals. Then it will be our foolishness. Dullabang manasang janma tadapi adhrubam. Well, when we have got this human form of body, then we shall live more than the cats and dogs? No. Adhrubam. Adhrubam means this body also will not exist. Adhrubam. It is not eternal. The soul is eternal, but the body is not eternal. But although it is not eternal, the distinction between this body and the animal body is that although it will not exist, as the dog's body will not exist, or the cat's body will not exist, or the bird's body will not exist, similarly, this body also will not exist, that's a fact. But arthadam, but if you like, you can attain the highest perfection of life in this body. That is the opportunity. Therefore, from the very beginning, a child should be given opportunity how to make his life perfect. That is Vedic civilization. Srimad Bhagavatam says that one should not become a father, one should not become a mother, one should not become a spiritual master, one should not become a guardian, one should not become a husband. In this way, they have given a long list. Who is that one? One who cannot give his dependent relief from death. Samupeta mrityu, namochayadja samuprita mrityu. Anyone who cannot make free his dependent. What is that freedom? Freedom from the cycle of birth and death. He should not become a father or mother or spiritual master like that. And Prahlad Maharaj is also instructed in this way that this human form body should be utilized fully for understanding our real position, our relationship with God, and our transaction and dealings and the basis of our relationship with God, and what is the real goal of life. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu had said that the real goal of life is Prema pumartha maha. Prema, to attain love. Now, of course, in this material world, so many things are going on in the name of love. But actually, there is no love. They are all lust, but going on in trade in the name of love. Love is possible only with Krishna or God.